straight from our campus in the heart of Hollywood, and I'm here with Cameron Turner, who is a Lars grad as well as graduate from our Entertainment Business Bachelor's Degree program. Welcome to campus, Cameron.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Absolutely,
It's been
man.
about 3 years, but nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
It's good to have you here, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely, especially to talk about some of the amazing things that you've been up to since you graduated from the program.
Right.
So diving into it, what first sparked your interest in pursuing a career in the music industry?
Well, I've always had a natural passion for music, like 70s, 80s, 90s music. I love instruments, like I love exotic sounds. I love the manipulation of the voices. So it's something I just wanted to get into. I didn't really know how to do it as a kid, so it was complicated. Like I kept wondering like how you get into this profession, but you stay at it, you'll figure it out. And now this is where we at today. We have music on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Tidal, and mission accomplished.
Heck yeah, you got music on Tidal too, which is
Got music on Tidal.
So you're on all fronts.
We're on all fronts. We're on all fronts.
That's awesome. And so going through school, you had a storied career in the education space. What are some things that you learned from school that you're now applying in the field?
I have Anna Raina to thank for this. My artist management class sealed the deal for me. Once I knew how to manage an artist and the capabilities I could do with that, then the possibilities were endless. And also, I took an intellectual property class, Marcus Thomas.
Okay.
Learning how to own records is a major part of the music industry. You don't have to be an artist to own the record. You don't have to be a record label and have to be the artist either. So you can find a way to work together, and that's what me and Tootsie did. So she's the artist, and I'm just the label, So I push her, she writes her music, I push her, and that's how we do it.
Absolutely. And you're in town with your artist Tootsie, who's from Northern California. How would you describe her music genre?
Her music genre is like a new wave, positive way of rapping. It's like it's a fresh breath of air. She doesn't use profanity. I think she's 26. I might be wrong. I'm sorry about that. But she has that young charisma that I could be honest that I missed out on. You know what I mean? I was so busy trying to figure out how to record songs and get them out that I forgot about just being me. And I slipped in that area, so I don't want to slip with her. She has a lot of foundation. She has 15,000 followers, and we're just trying to capitalize on that. Everything.
Absolutely. And you also worked on you both managed her and you helped with scheduling her live performances.
Right.
But you also produced and wrote a lot of the music that she performs.
I actually didn't write the music.
Okay.
But she writes the music. I supply the instrumentals.
Gotcha.
Distribution goes through me.
Yep.
She collects all her artist royalties. I collect all my sound recording royalties, and that's the 50-50 split right there.
Awesome.
That's what it is.
That's great.
It's real simple. I just really wanted to make I wanted to make a way where the artist still felt free.
Yeah.
They're not signed to a 3 to 5 year deal where nothing might come out. So you might be shelved as an artist, but I didn't want to do that to anything. She can go wherever she wants right now, and we still have agreements just for the music that we made. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if somebody else wants to take her, that's cool. These songs still belong over here. Whatever belongs over there belongs over there. But she knows the business now because I've been teaching her. So she's out to collect anything that she is owed as an artist.
That's savvy. That's really awesome. And
Right.
Looking into because you have business acumen that you're now really supplying to growing your business. Talk a little bit about your company and how did it form and where is it now and where do you want to see it go?
Well, Grind Savvy Records is let's see. Like I was saying earlier, you always gotta have savvy to match your business. That's why they call it business savvy. So I wanted to make, like I just told you, I wanted to make a way where the artist felt free. So Grind Savvy Records is more of a distribution and management. It's not an actual label where I'm signing artists and I'm not giving out advances or anything like that. Nothing's owed to me in the beginning, none of that. So I thought that was savvy. You know what I mean? Like I said, she can go wherever she want to go. She can stay here, but she's always free. So that's what Grind Savvy Records is all about. The Savvy Priorities management is the management side of Grind Savvy Records. And basically, every artist should want to get their business in order. You know what I mean? They want to get those paperworks done before they start making music. And I know we all guilty of making music and putting it out without having the rights and stuff already. You know what I mean? But that's what they call leaving money on the table. And we should never want to do that as artists. Everything we create should want to be accounted for. We should always want to make as much money as possible because it's due to us. You know what I mean? So I try to help artists. If you don't want a management deal and you want to just talk, you know, I can help you with that too. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to help people get their savvy right. You know, so they don't be a starving artist because it can happen so quick. You think you're on the way to something and then you're on the way to nothing. And then it's like, I almost got caught in that, but I got up out of that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
Yeah. And what are some other ways that you think somebody who would be interested in getting involved in the music industry as an artist, how do they avoid the pitfalls that you almost fell into?
Well, songwriting is a good idea because you don't have to actually be the artist. You don't have to go to the shows. You don't have to, you know, make all the trips to make the music work. So if you want to be a songwriter, that'll work. If you want to be like a journalist, if you want to write articles about artists and up and coming stuff like that, you can do that. You can take pictures. I got my cameraman back on board, so you know that actually helps a lot. You know, we can not just for us, we can take pictures for others. You know what I mean? So pretty much that. Like I'm just trying to find every aspect of the industry to do something, like just something. Production company coming soon too because I do have IMDb credits with Top Flight Security. It's a company, it's a web series that I did 6 episodes of sound engineering for. Also Vance Proctor, so shout out to him. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to get into that next.
That's great.
Mailbox money.
I love it. I love it. You're diversifying.
Man.
It's a portfolio of businesses that you're growing.
That's where the savvy part comes in at. You know?
And where do you see the business going in the future?
Well, hopefully, what I really want to do is I really want to start concentrating on the younger generation now, like between 9 and 15 years old, where we can, by the time they do turn 26 or 30, we got hip hop back on the right page. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, my savvy instructions can help that see the way in the future. And then you know, I got kids now, so something I want to leave to my son, and when it's all over and done with. You know what I mean? I don't want him struggling out here trying to find a way because it's really hard. You know, if we can just pass it down, that's what we really need to start doing again. I think artists are taking the wrong route, you know, spending their money on jewelry, cars, houses, you know, drugs, and like you could really be putting that money towards something else for the future. You know, we're not gonna be here forever,
right?
So we gotta make a way.
Gotta leave it for the next generation.
All right. If they messed it up, then it was really never supposed to happen. But if they can understand, like, you know, mom and pop shops do that all the time. Restaurants do that all the time. And we just need to start doing that all the time, too. We don't need to give our money to these labels.
Right.
Nothing.
And now on the other side of things, outside of the business of it, let's talk a little bit about the art. You also produce music, you write instrumentals. What's your DAW of choice?
Pro Tools.
Yeah.
Always Pro Tools. I have about 5 engineers that I work with, and we all use Pro Tools. It makes it really easy to just zip a file, email it, and we're done. I can do that in the car. I can do that in the bed. You know, just whatever. We're getting the business done. I don't have to go to the studio, and it just makes it real easy. You know, I like Logic too, but I like Pro Tools better.
So are there any like virtual instruments or plugins that you prefer to use with each track?
Ooh, you know what?
Pandora's box.
Not really. I'm really more focused on the signal processing plugins. Yeah. So when it comes to vocals, I like to see nice compression, maybe from a CLA or something like that. I like what do you call it? The blue one. The blue plugin. I forgot what it's called.
The Bluetooth.
The old one, the fixed knobs.
Yes.
The three. I like that one. I can't remember what it's called. Dang.
Don't worry, we'll add it in post.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha. It's gonna come to me after too. I'm gonna be like,
oh, of course. That's how it works.
API.
Man. API, yes.
API.
Oh, the channel strip is so good.
That's my favorite one. Now you can fix it.
That's right. That's right. Yep. didn't even skip a beat.
Gotcha. But yeah, Pro Tools is the best. I like Pro Tools.
Awesome. And is there a piece of mixing advice that you give to an aspiring engineer too? What's just a tip that you would give to improve your mix or improve your songwriting?
Clean vocals from the start. Good microphones, good wires, and we should be good after that. You know, even if you don't have no plugins, as long as you get good incoming signal, we can make it happen. And I gotta give a shout out to Vance Proctor again because he makes wonders out of nothing. I've recorded in closets, garages, kitchens. We're on a professional level now, but he always had the music sounding good. And I think it's important to know that he didn't graduate the school. He actually stopped going right around the third month of school, but he's been in studios with big names such as like some of Beyonce's writers, Absol, Rihanna's people, Tank, so I think it's important to know that you don't actually have to graduate to make a successful business, but you should want to graduate to make a successful business.
Absolutely.
So I just want that in there.
That's perfect. And finally, I know that you've been giving a lot of advice, but what's a final piece of advice that you give to somebody who's looking to follow in your footsteps?
Oh, my footsteps. I didn't even know that I was even looked at like that, but you killed me.
That's right, man.
I think you just need to stay consistent. I've been doing this for a while. I've been solo for a while. I've had lonely nights. I've had broke weeks, not just days. I've had apartments that I had to leave out of because but I stayed true to the music, and the music is what just keeps me sane. It keeps me grounded. Like even if I'm having a rough time, I know that I can write some lyrics and I can get it off my chest for a second. I might not be able to record it that night, but I can go to the studio next week when I do get some money and to record it, and that makes me feel good. So I think if people can just stay consistent and true to themselves, then they have no problem. It takes time. Nipsey Hussle just came out with the Victory Lap. Was it last night? So that's his first album after having a lot of mixtapes, but it took time for him just to get where he's at on an independent level, and that's just something that I'm trying to follow. Yeah. Master P, JT the Bigger Figure, I got a lot more names, but those are just some people that I admire,
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Excellent. And finally, where can we find your work?
My name is Grind Savvy CT. So you can look me up, IG, Spotify, Twitter, Facebook. I got everything. I've been networking for so long. I'm at 13K followers, so we're trying to get the other business pages up to that. And then we want to sell to that market. Like we want to, whoever interested in us, we want to be an interest to them.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time, Cameron.
Great.